don't actually like Choplifter, so I won't play that. Let's try loading that in. Okay, I'm trying to move the screen. No, you can't move the screen. I don't know why it does that actually. It's not very nice to look at. I really don't like the colours. We almost made it just by sheer luck and bad, you know, programming. Dark here. I'm not sure why it's not doing that with the controls. It's a terrible version. I wouldn't like this at all. I don't even like the C64 or the Coleco cartridge version. I only like the Commodore disc version, which does work on a PAL C64 but was never for sale. Let's check out Centipede, because I did find a Centipede style game. Oh no, we've done the wrong bit. So you have to load the A00 bit last. Okay, so first you do that. Yeah, so it has actually worked. So that's wrong in the manual. It says you have to load them in a specific order, but obviously you don't need to. So none of these games let me move the screen now. It's using like the top left 2/3 of the screen. Oh, my plasma's not going to like this. No, the other game I was playing, which was a Centipede knockoff, was better than this. So there you go. And there is, I think, it's Mission Mercury, I think, by Virgin Games, written by Steve Lee, which is a good clone of Moon Patrol. Now you do have smooth movement on this, there is that. It's like, you don't just move in character blocks. So that is better, but the graphics are not quite as nice. So yeah, jury's out, but if this was 30 quid, because it's Atari soft, then no, I'd put up with the tape version, I reckon. I would have been happy with that back then. Come on. So even though it moves you in, you know, single multicolour pixels or whatever, it should still align with the character-based grid, because everything else there is being drawn on a character-based grid. So. Up. We can go up here if we want. You take multiple hits, that one. It's had a bit of a spiv out there. Well, it's not bad, but like I said, 30 quid's a lot of money back in 1982 when you got a VIC20. VIC20 itself was only, I think, $199. So it may have been 175 quid, or it may have been 199 quid in the UK. Not sure actually. Bandies is a good one. Okay, this could be an NTSC game, so let's now if we do this, okay, maybe it'll work now. So I'm just setting it to NTSC. Oh look, it works now. No, maybe that's the problem with, you know, Centipede and Buck Rogers. Maybe they were actually, I used to play this on my mate's Atari, actually. Never had it on the C64, but there was just too many games to buy. That's the problem, really. There was always something new. Oh, you know, by 1985, it's like, you got to try Wizardry, you know, it was a completely different kind of game. It was actually, in a way. So there was always something new, not just new games. There was like some new ideas, and you just wanted to try different types of games, really. See, I wish all their shots were white pixels, they're coloured pixels, and they kind of mix in with a star field, so you can't track every single one high enough. Damn it. So you have to protect the fruit, basically. See, they do variable speed shots as well, I think. So it's a nice game, but expensive because it's on cartridge. I don't know if they release this on tape. It's an American game, so. Ooh. That little thing is really difficult to get, actually. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, all these flashing colours, they kind of give me nostalgia for a time before I had a home computer. So I was like looking at other computers, like the Acorn machines at school, you know, ZX Spectrum, ZX81s, I did try an Atari 800, I think it was 81, something like that, 1980, very early actually. Whenever Pac-Man come out for it, I reckon, I think that was his favourite game, because it was his latest game as well. And I don't really like Choplifter. Let's try Defender, Andy's Attack, which is an 8K, I believe, or 3K expanded game. That's pretty good, so we'll have to check this out now. Yeah, don't panic when it does that, because the main game code that is run is always at A00. Very tricky to play. Don't play anywhere near as good as the VCS version, which is brilliant. And that's the end of that discussion. There's nothing wrong with VCS Defender. Where are they coming from? They're just appearing. Yeah, good luck picking them up. Yeah, I prefer the VCS version if I'm honest. It's very chunky on this one. Have another go. So you can fire off a lot of lasers unlike the VCS version, but it's nowhere near as smooth. You're just doing like character blocks. They're going down so low, there's no humans there. Ah, they're just distracting me from the main force. I mean, considering the VIC hasn't got hardware scrolling, it's not that bad, but they could have done smooth movement, I reckon. So they really should have done that. I mean, most cartridge games are effectively 16K games, even though you haven't added any RAM. What are those dots there? I never saw these assholes. You can't actually shoot them things, they stay there. Ooh. Yeah, it's got all the bad points of the arcade, and well, I don't think there is any bad points on the VCS version. I love it, and that's the end of that discussion. Ooh. Joystick is having some problems. Now, Jupiter Lander on the C64, they expand the sprites and zoom in when you get closer to the surface. Let's see if they do that on here. Moon crest up. Well, I'm pressing the fire button to thrust or push up, or maybe you've got to push down to thrust. No. It might be keyboard only. Quicker to reset the machine. There you go. Don't get what it's trying to convey there on that screen. What does F3 do? So you can shift the screen. Probably best to play these cartridge games in NTSC. So I want the instructions. Actually, how do I get instructions? That's totally meaningless. Yeah, well, I've got no idea why that doesn't work. It's a shame. Let's try motocross. Oh, we tried this. I remember this. Should adjust the plastic here, mate. Even it out a bit. Yeah, I couldn't get Robotron to work. I think we played the plague thing. We definitely did. Let's try Miner 2049er, which I think is a game that's too difficult on the Atari and the C64. I'll move the screen up and down. No. Push it up, mate. Look at those fat, super fat multicolour pixels. Hang on. graphics are a bit rubbish, but they're not great on the C64 and the Atari computers either. They're better than the graphics on the VCS version though. Only just. And the jumps are very difficult. I don't like that game. I'm not a fan of that game, so yeah, it's time to find something else, I think. No, that's Radar Rat Race. Let's try Road Rally. So I must admit, once you work out how to do the cartridge games on the theC64, massively improves your enjoyment of the VIC20 functionality they added. Might be a paddle controller game, this one. That could be a reason. Wouldn't be surprised because the Atari Night Driver is. Yeah. Atari Night Driver, although it's very basic, it is smoother than pole position on the Atari 400, 800. There you go, mate. You know. What the computer lord giveth, the computer lord, yeah, whatever, mate. Let's check out Seamus, because that is a bit like Robotron. Wonder why that's like that. Yeah, they shouldn't be like that. Yeah, I'll try Robotron again. Now you're supposed to load this one that way round, but now that I've seen that's not actually the case, let's try doing it the right way round. Yeah, and let's do that. And we'll load that. Now I've tried this one after the other, it doesn't work. Now your last resort is to reset the emulation at this point, and maybe the cartridge will come in, but there's a problem there. Could be a bad dump. Didn't check any of this stuff in VICE, so yeah, let's check out Seamus. There you are. There was an Annie-Rock game like this. I can't remember if it was Zodiac or Cybertron. Ah, you see it resets all the enemies back on the screen. I don't like that. You've got plenty of time to dodge if they'd stop firing. Ah, there's two of them. You can fire off quite a lot of shots, that's quite nice. If the theC64 joystick was better, probably be alright. It's like Smash TV. I've got Smash TV for the Amiga. Keep meaning to see how rubbish it is compared to the SNES version. I don't know if it come out on the Mega Drive. If it did, the Amiga version should look pretty much identical. That's the equivalent of Evil Otto. At least you can't shoot the potion like on Gauntlet. Go this way. I do quite like it actually. Most of the game is quite nice. Your character's a bit shit. and some of the other sprites are not brilliant. I know. Right, so if you hold down the fire button, the joystick would play ball. Bit of a stalemate here. Ooh, so many of them overlap. It's the same problem as Robotron on the C64. When the graphics overlap, you can't tell how many there are. Now famously, the guy who wrote the C64 version also did the rubbish conversion of Rescue on Fractalus to the C64. It's a terrible version. Very badly coded. Ooh. Ah! By hook or crook, or by laser bolt or evil Otto knockoff, I guess. The theC64 microswitch joystick is actually suffering at the moment. I'm going to have to do more repairs on this. Sorry, they're not repairs. They're fixing the inherent design flaws. Nothing new with that. My car, the engine has a design flaw. And luckily I'll be dead before I've done 50,000 miles in the engine, so it don't really matter. And if it was still on the road, like, you know, 25 years from now, it'd be worth a fortune anyway. However, this would have cost as much as Berserk on the VCS, and I love Berserk on VCS, so there's that. You get a lot of lives because it's not been designed properly. Ooh, bloody hell. Joystick is sticking now, so that's very iffy. You bastard. Turn that round a bit. I think the screw on the bottom is coming loose. Anyway. Time it just right, we should be able to just run straight across because there's no other exits anyway. I remember someone on Lemon 64 called Exit of 99, I believe, was working on Gauntlet for the VIC20 for like a decade or something. Nothing ever came of it, I don't think. It's a shame because Gauntlet on the VIC20 would be nice. It'd be nice to have a game that plays that well. If it plays as well as the C64 version, then we're good to go, I think. Now none of these cartridges have got hacks in them, so you know. Ooh. Just as I work out I can get him diagonally, he works out he can get me. So okay, I've got a key. I seem to be stuck now. No, oh well. I'm going so mediocre. I wouldn't say it was going well. Bloody hell. I come on there going through the scenery, that's bullshit. Luckily you move quite fast, so. So on a real VIC20 with like a zip stick, this would actually be quite a lot of fun. With this crappy joystick I have to use, forget it, mate. See? I want it to go straight down. That's not bad actually. So negative points is price, and if you're playing it on the theC64, you have to use this crappy joystick, which you have to fix design flaws on, and maybe once every 18 months update those. Spiders of Mars, here we go. Oh, I was watching Capricorn one the other day on the projector. That was a nice film to watch on the projector, I must admit. Now this might actually be a PAL. I think I played this because I remember the Peter Focus business. No, I remember playing this. I have to move the camera a bit now. Did I play this? You know what? I can't remember. Played it a few times on emulator, so very smooth movement anyway. Ah! They chase you. They're like heat-seeking missiles. I'm not the biggest fan of Defender. I will say that straight off. It's not the best game that's ever been made, that's for sure. Despite what people would have you believe, never mind them idiots. So there's no like radar or anything. No, I don't think I did play this. So not having a radar is a bit of a problem. It's a shame really. I think he's smoother than Andy's attack. Yeah, that's not bad actually. I think I'm going to zoom the camera out a bit. Just in case I forget to check the camera next time. Yeah, so Robotron doesn't work. Do you really want to see Cuba? It's embarrassing for you. Yeah, that's Star Battle, so we've done that. Super something or other. What is this? It's not Super Fruit. I want to download that. Oh, Super Amok. Amok is like Berserk. I pressed F3. So it's very similar. Your guide, the graphics are the same. The game runs about the same speed. Oh, that would have been so good if they lined up. But the airshots lined up. Bit of a fanfare there just because I lost a life. I don't think you have to get all of them. You can exit before. I'm waiting if that Evil Otto thing comes. Here we go. That's not Evil Otto. Oof. I wouldn't like to take them on, not with the speed that my character moves at. Yeah, there is a bit of slowdown when there's this many robots, I have to admit. But they're not moving in character blocks, that's the thing. See? So, and let's face it, you've got to take out at least half of them to have any chance of getting anywhere. Oh, and you've got to go for the score, innit? You've got to go for the score, Mad Commodore. Oh, there we go. Oh, nah, oh, yeah, they can shoot each other. That was the best thing about the VCS version. I used to watch them take each other out. So, as much as I like this game, I'd rather be playing Berserk on my VCS, which actually is not possible at all. The only potential way but that might work is if the I've got a DVD recorder with a built-in Freeview that's got HDMI output, and obviously because it's a DVD recorder it's got inputs for things like composite video. I don't know if it's going to have an analog tuner because I don't know how old it is, but because that has HDMI output to the TV, you should be able to use your TV to monitor what's coming into that box. You know, it shouldn't just be HDMI output just for the TV transmissions.